Hi guys, this is gsndom.com and I'm here with the Sony Xperia M5 Dual for an unboxing. This handset was announced in August this year and launched in September, and this unboxing will proceed in an interesting way. You may think that this is the front of the box. Well, it actually opens up like this. You start with the so-called back, where you can see the features. This is basically a waterproof and dust-proof camera phone with some very solid specs. It gravitates somewhere in the mid-range to higher end area. Okay, so Sony Xperia M5 Dual should cost around $500 as far as I heard, and inside the box you can find the handset Xperia M5 Dual. It promises a 13 megapixel selfie shooter, 21 megapixel, 21.5 megapixel main camera, and this pretty glossy edge that you can see here. I cannot tell if it's metal or not. We'll learn more about that in the review. Anyway, let's put the phone aside for now and keep checking out the box. Inside the box we got the manuals, instruction manuals from Sony with all the info we need, quite a few of them, as you can see right here. And aside from the manuals, we also have the headphones. Pretty standard looking, nothing fancy. There aren't the earbuds type. And here in this small compartment you can find the pretty thick USB cable that will connect to the charger. That's shown right here, typical for Sony and for Sony Ericsson, with the green heart emblem right there. Okay, that's everything that's inside the box. Pretty interesting box that opens up in reverse basically. Now we have a look at the phone. This has to be the phone with the biggest front camera we have tested so far, 13 megapixel front shooter, and this 21 megapixel shooter is also interesting. So let's turn it on. This handset weighs 142.5 grams. It has a 5-inch Full HD screen, and it relies on an octa-core processor, the MediaTek Helio X10, clocked at 2 GHz. It measures 7.6 millimeters in thickness, and we're performing its initial setup right now. So the setup is starting, it's taking a while. You should also know that it offers 3 GB of RAM, 16 GB of storage, and a microSD card slot is also in the mix. The main camera has a 21.5 megapixel resolution, an exmor ARS sensor, and offers hybrid autofocus, which was a new feature when it came up on this model. The setup has started, and I have a feeling it will be a pretty short setup. Do this later. And we're ready to go. Of course, we're going to tweak the brightness a bit because it doesn't feel very bright right now. That's more like it. Okay, so once again, Sony Xperia M5 in the dual SIM version that we're dealing with here. It has a battery with a capacity of 2600 mAh. We are promised 2 days of functioning here, or better said 11 hours and 49 minutes of talk time, for example. It's also a dust-proof phone, not only waterproof, and the back camera can do 5x clear image zoom and can film in 4K. We have a what's new section. We have all sorts of tutorials as usual when you start up and power up the device for the first time. This handset comes with LTE, DLNA, NFC, Bluetooth 4.1. It runs Android Lollipop, as clearly shown by this area here. It has quite a hefty area of settings, pretty well spaced. Personalization also available here, and display settings here with the gloves mode from what I've seen. This is the follow-up to the Xperia M4 Aqua. It keeps some of the cues of its design. It's not an Aqua model anymore, it's the Xperia M5. Typical omnibalance design, and I can't help it, I must see the camera because I'm curious about it. So let's try one more time. Okay, here we go. Photo locations, typical UI so far. And some of the features available here are familiar. We got superior auto, we got manual, we got AR mask, face in picture, 4K video, multi-camera, and more downloadable features that we'll learn later on. We also have a few settings here, aspect ratio, all sorts of video options, steady shot, and more things like that. Pretty good frame rate as far as I can see right now. So once again, here at gsndom.com, we're reviewing the Sony Xperia M5 Dual SIM version. On paper it sounds great. We're getting a 13 megapixel front camera, 21 megapixel back camera, so a camera powerhouse that's also water resilient. We'll be back with a full review very soon. For now, this was the unboxing, and bye bye.